Welcome back to my channel, everybody. I hope that you are doing really well. I've been reflecting on, how as human beings, there are aspects of human life, of human culture that are deeply rewarding, right? They are reinforcing. And when I think about what we need to prioritize in our lives, I think about the need for engagement, right? The need for meaning, the need for using our capacities as human beings the way that they have been designed. And I've been thinking about the different ways that we can attend to the world, the way that we can reach toward the world, right? We can reach toward as if we are physically moving our attention toward. It could be, in this case, my YouTube video. And thank you, by the way, for reaching towards me. I wish there was a way for me to make you feel like I'm reaching towards you. And that is really the topic of this video. That is the essential ingredient to the good life. That is rapport. I have worked in inpatient adolescent psychiatry now for just over 3 months, and I have found it to be so deeply rewarding. But you might wonder, what about the work is rewarding for me? Well, I have found a pattern of developing rapport, developing mutual, reciprocal interactions with individuals who are young, who are craving this. That is deeply therapeutic and regulating, not only for that adolescent, but really for me, right? Because I am drawn to, I move towards these types of things in life. I always have. It's very much a rich source for my own psychological well-being and health, this type of meaningful work. I believe there is a serious lack of respect in our culture for human life, specifically the qualities of life that give us deep felt health and meaning. The psychological, psychosocial, the relationship between my experience of self, my subjective quality of this, here I am, aware of me, and how that blends with the other in my culture. How often do you feel heard, listened to? How often do you feel like you are able to spontaneously share all of who you are in meaningful relationship? I think in our society, we have a need that is not being met. That human need for love and connection within our communities and within our interpersonal relationships. It's reflected in our mental health crises. When people are in mental health crises, they are turned inward on themselves. They are drowning in a sea of distractedness. They are not able to attend to anything that grants them hope, that grants them a sense of connection to something bigger or greater than themselves. They are locked in a prison of their own selfishness, of their own thoughts. Their own being is an unsafe place. And this is very, very much an aspect of the human condition. As human beings, this is very much a way of being in the world. We have disconnection in our lives. We have suffering. We have the capacity to make things worse as well. But I get very excited when I realize that we also do have agency, a choice, the capacity to will the opposite pole, to embrace the good in our lives, to connect with others, to reach towards that which rewards us, which feeds us. See, we're all hungry for spiritual nourishment, for psychological nourishment, for love and belonging. If we reach towards, we will be fed. If we truly reach, we will be fed. And this is the interest of mine in becoming a psychotherapist, as I am so very much meaningfully engaged by being willing to receive you reaching out towards me. How interesting I find the individual and the subjective identity of the individual, the idiosyncratic nature of individuals, their personality, temperaments, their histories, their stories. I love to listen, and I love to celebrate the individual differences. But I have found that it is not in the differences. It is in the similarities that we can grow a tolerance for differences. We don't celebrate differences without having a sense of safety. And the safety, the trust, is fundamentally built on liking, on similarity, on culture, on these deeply rooted unconscious processes that we need to respect. And in some sense, I would say, what we need more than ever is a way to relate that is like magic, that is mysterious. And it is the mystery. It is engaging within the mystery of life. And in communing with neighbor, how mysterious that is. And in communing with, in some sense, ourselves. And I would say, communing with God, that we become nourished and renewed. And I would say, I think we need that now more than ever, that nourishment and that renewal. So I wanted to make a video to inspire you to express how I am currently feeling. It's been really, really nice to sleep in today. I worked quite a bit. I worked overtime last week. I'm very grateful to have the opportunity to do this kind of work. But I'm an idealist, and I am stubborn in pursuit of what I think we all deserve, which is that healing relationship, which is that more intensive work that is building relationships and sustaining them across time. This is something that I don't get to do in an acute care environment. So that being said, I'm looking forward to doing that eventually, and that motivates me. So I appreciate you watching me, taking the time to reach towards me as I attempt to reach towards you. I hope you're doing really well. If there's anything you'd like to share, I encourage you to comment below this video. If you liked what I had to say, I would love for you to like the video. And if you're new, say hello. If you're interested in speaking with me, send me an email. I'm always very interested to hear your thoughts. Bye-bye. See you soon.